All right, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Guns Chat with me, Alaskan Ballistics. I'm yours truly, Chuck, and a lot of things we could talk about tonight. But I generally just answer questions, and my advice is worth exactly what you paid for it. So there you go. I have a lot of cool experience with guns, but I'm by no means an expert or a professional. So that's that. So make sure you say hi in the chat. Also in the chat is a link to my MeWe page, and my MeWe page is where I have all my affiliate links to the cool stuff. Uh, um, and by cool stuff, I mean Second Amendment related stuff, some pew pews, and some fun stuff and toys. But anyway, I want you to feel free to ask questions at any time. You don't have to give a super chat. That would be nice if you did. Thank you. Um, but anyway, we also have a Patreon link. So make sure you check that out. And make sure you say hi in the chat because I can't know if you're here unless you say hi. And I apologize for my 2-year-old screaming in the background. He's upstairs, but there's an air vent in between us. So is what it is. All right. So with that being said, no further ado, I'm going to start shouting out the chat. We've got Marshall DeVue here. It's good to see him. We've got Zenitsu. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry. Zenitsu or Xanitsu. Uh, good evening. It's good to see you here. First time here, I think. Thank you for joining in. 67 Rebel SST AMC. Good evening. How you doing? Booger Dog. What's up? Booger Dog. Penultimate Reloader. There we go. Joshua Estes. Hey, how's it going? I knew a bunch of Estes in Greenville, Georgia, I think. It's where my ex-wife is from. I think that's Estes. So anyway, Jim Stoffel, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right. So again, we just start off the chat talking about whatever guns you guys want to talk about. Can't wait. Hopefully this weekend I'll get to shoot my 6.5 PRC for the first time. What's up, Busta Base? Is it here? All right. So I've got 4 types of ammo. I'm going to break in the barrel, kind of do some review stuff on the scope because it was sent to me. And, it's pretty nice. So that's that. Oder, how's it going? Good to see you. All right. Oder, good to see you again from Iceland. You win the farthest away for right now. So Northwest Guns, good to see you, man. You're always welcome to join in, of course. So that's that. Yeah, so I've got those. I've got these to load up in my 458 SOCOM 300 grain TTSX. I've done a video on the factory loads, so that's that. So, Matt Kiss My Tails Tyrants says here listening while sorting out a 5-gallon bucket of brass holes. I got a CZ 600 Alpha Outdoors. So that's what I got. Eric Ramos, good evening. How you doing? Like number 2. Okay, cool. So yep. 243 AI is God. Well, I would say God is different than that, but is what it is. Christensen Mesa and 300 PRC. Tested that yet? No, but if you've got one, I'll test it for you. Man, I don't buy expensive guns. I can't afford them yet. Eventually, I'll be able to. The more videos y'all share. All right, I think I am back here. Yeah, I think I'm back on my phone, not on my computer. Trying to get back on my computer, but StreamYard's just not having me do it. So I'm on my phone. Hope the audio is not horrible. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm trying to get back onto StreamYard, and because it's like trying to go back, it just won't go back. It's weird. So yeah, I'm finally back. See all of everything I missed. All right, yeah. So the baby watching that good. Sorry about that. Mom was fixing dinner. I'm gonna throw Mama under the bus. All right. Let's see what I got. All right, I started here. I ended here with Michael Keeler. Yeah, I'll test one if you want me to test one. All right, did you break in the barrel yet? All right. It's not coming. There we go. Eric Ronald, guys for just YouTube. Oh my God, I like that. I mean, sorry, but the for you don't get free here on YouTube. I got to be on the AT&T network, which is really bad. It's better than anything else out here. That's the problem. I got one and some Hornady eel. Yeah, you got about the worst hunting ammo you could get. Penultimate reloader. I paid nearly $2 a round today for some Federal gold medal match. 160 grain, mainly just for the bass. So yeah, Federal makes good brass. It's like really rated for brass. Let me look at the camera here. There we go. Yeah, I got kicked off if it unplugged it. All right, hold on. Maybe now it's entering. Hold on a second, guys. Now it's letting me do it on my computer all of a sudden, where I can actually do loading up hammer bullets for the 300 win. Cool, Alaska 180. That's pretty cool. All right. There we are. Now I can get off my phone. Now it's echoing. That's pretty bad. Okay, nope, not that guy. All right, here we. This is the worst train wreck. All right, worst train wreck we've ever had. There we go. All right. So there we go. Now we're good. I have not tried any hammer bullets yet. They're pretty expensive. Yep. What's up, Richard E? How you doing? Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's a long story. Go read up in the comments. You need to move it to Fairbanks where you get better internet. That's probably true, but you also have -70 in the winter, and I'm not doing that. -18 is about as much as I'm going to take. I'm a wuss. Yeah, okay. AI taking over. Yeah. Kid said if I can't use the iPad, none can. There you go. Yeah, here you go. All right. So let's talk about guns. All right, I'm gonna test my 6.5 PRC soon. Hopefully, it's more accurate than the Savage 110 switchback I got. That thing's a piece of junk. Don't buy one. Be testing out these in 458 SOCOM as soon as I get them loaded up. I'll probably load up the 300 grain. What is it? The 300 grain hard gas bullets from CKB Hardcast before I do anything else. So that's a big deal. So those are some things. Tomorrow's video will be shooting rifle armor against, shooting rifles against pistol armor and stopping it. So pistol rated backpack armor for your kids to put in their backpack at school. With enough textbooks in front, can it stop a rifle round? That's the question. That's a good question. Vance Lacey, ABLR, which that's Accubon long range for those that don't know, versus normal Accubons. ABLR every day. Normal Accubons are a lot like TTSX. If you don't push them fast enough, they won't expand. I had them going just under 2,600 in a shorter barrel 30-06, and they acted like a full metal jacket on a Caribou at 250 yards. So, yeah, I would not do that at all. I would do Accubon long range myself, and they hold together pretty good. Pretty well, at least in my testing. I mean, if you send them really fast in a 300 Win Mag, it might be different, but, or, 6.5 by 300 Weatherby or something, but yeah, they do that. Yeah, I mean, I was always thinking, if you put pistol armor in it, but school textbook, several school textbooks. Now it's going to take, that thick of books. So before you even start to see results. So, but we shot it first with a 9mm with no books in front of it to prove that it could. And then we did 223 VMAX, 223 TSX, 223 just regular PMC bronze 55 grain, and then we shot it with M855 ball. So that's tomorrow's video. Oh, and then we shot it with out any books in front of it with Fort Scott 2E ammo. That's interesting. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes and see what it does. So, yeah, I'm really interested in this, the results of this too. I mean, I already know them, but yeah, I think you'll really be interested in. And Trigger Bar Philosopher, it's already on Patreon. So, if you haven't watched it, yeah, go watch it. Mike Molina, how you doing? Been trying to say hi for 10 minutes now. Couldn't see the chat. Hello from New Jersey. I like your channel. Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate it. All right. Thanks for stopping by. And from behind enemy lines there in New Jersey. So I hope it's a wonderful place for you. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting video, tomorrow's video. Like I said, if you're on Patreon, you can already see it. I tried to get it out early for my Patreon members. I got a new Patreon member yesterday. I got cut off by the one company from that you could click on, and I would get 30 cents a click. So, yeah, so I lost like a whole set of income from YouTube, from the YouTube channel. So it's not going to be as much buying stuff lately. Have I tried? Nope, but I got a box here on the shelf to try. I've literally got a whole box here of stuff. I don't know where it's at, but I'm gonna do a best 10mm bear defense round, and we're just gonna do that. So yeah, I've got a box here to try. It's 200 grain non-coated hard cast. So is what it is. So oh, I like your meme, Brian or Hudge. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm doing the best I can. I live by a mountain in Alaska. So was going to be fishing here in Montana. Was thinking of bringing my Kalashnikov for bear defense. Thoughts? Bring armor piercing full metal jackets if you got them. Yeah. So do you hunt with a 130 grain TTSX in your 300 Win Mag, or do you usually go heavier for hunting? I do a 190 grain LRX because it's grouped the best so far. Factory loads, actually. They're factory loads, believe it or not. They've grouped the best so far. So that's what I'm going with. So I've got some different bullets loaded up for 300 Win Mag. I want to test. I got a bunch I want to test. So and then I got a bunch to load up. I just got some 190 grain Hornady CXs to test. So we'll see which one's more accurate. I prefer LRX over CX or anything else, but LRX is 190 grain should be pushing just under 3,000, and then I also have 190 grain Accubon long range, which should also be pushing just under 3,000. So we'll see how they do, and see if we can get it to go. And it's pretty accurate. Accuracy is more important than velocity, but if I can get it going fast enough. I really don't hunt with my 300 Win Mag. I don't have a good scope on it yet. So I just have a cheap Sig Buckmasters on there, like a $99 scope. And I'm just using that until I can afford something better. And so there's that. And then I'm going to try to afford a Leupold VX Freedom for it. That's that. That's why I love your videos, Chuck. It's like the camera falling over when you shoot. Yeah. I'm sorry, man, about the internet connection, but I mean, it's good here. It looks good here. So I should load it up with some Hornady 123 grain VMAX. Absolutely not. You're not going to penetrate that bear at all. So absolutely not. Yeah. VMAXs are varmint. They'll explode. And bears are tougher, way tough animals. They're very dense and tough in their sinew. All right. Guys, I shot a bear, that small grizzly bear I killed. I put a 9mm through its head. One I found through the skull and just on top of the brain, and the other one I found under the skin, and that was 9mm 124 grain American Gunner or Spear Gold Dog, excuse me. Yes, Chuk is in Vietnam to find his next wife, or go to the brothels, whatever he does over there. I would say I judge not, but I do judge. So God bless him. Yeah. God forgive me for judging my buddy Chuk. Amen. All right. So I'm not Catholic, but I still cross myself. That's weird. All right. So yeah. You want heavy bullets. I would look for full metal jackets, man. Get full metal jackets at least. Vance, I would love owning a 6.5 by 300 Weatherby, and I have considered owning one. It's just not a priority for the channel right now. Things like a lever action 44 or 357 Magnum are way above it on the list. 6.5 PRC, getting that is well above it on the list. Getting something like a 300 PRC or a 375 Ruger of my own is on the list. So. Oh, okay. You went to Waterbaggers, or what is it called? I don't remember. Went to the country's largest in Tulsa this past week, and people were selling 100-pack sleeve of primers for $25 bucks. One had 9-ounce bottles of trail box for $150. Insane. That is insane. Yeah, is what it is. Hopefully Chuk doesn't run into any VCs out there. Yeah, you're right, Buster Base. It's probably more a VD than it is VC for Chuk. All right, so that's why in that 10mm song I sang, if y'all hadn't seen that video, go check out 10mm. Look at 10mm is the best millimeter for me song. And you'll see my grizzly hunting buddy, the second verse. He did abandon me because he went to the brothels of Asia to find his bride to be. Yeah, so you got to go see the second verse. It's pretty funny. So yeah, he really did cancel a bear trip, Chuk, to go to Asia to find a bride. He really did that. Chuk really did that. Some hunting buddy. I don't hunt with him much anymore after that. I think we've been one big hunting trip after that, maybe a couple of small game trips here and there. So, is what it is. So, yep. What's your thoughts on 5.45 by 39? Well, you can't get it anymore, and you can't get the ZN6 ammo or whatever because somebody imported a pistol, so you can't have armor-piercing rounds for a pistol. So that's that. Are you still going on your bear hunt? I'm going to go bear hunting somewhere. I've got a place planned out, but we'll see. Yep. The Wanamaker gun prices were at on average $300 above retail, 0 deals. Yeah, gun shows suck. That's what I've noticed. Unless you're trying to find something rare, gun shows suck. That's just me. I tried shooting some 212 LRX out of my 308. They're hitting the paper keyholing like Ninja Star, so I gave them to my brother's buddy for his PRC. Learned the hard way about that one at twist rates. Yeah, if you've got a 1 in 10, it's not going to stabilize those, buddy. You're going to have 1 in 8. Yeah, he was drinking coffee made from poop. What was it? Weasel poop? I don't remember. Yeah, it was yeah. Yeah, it was typical chook stuff. Right? I mean, that was worse than bullets for buck tasting bear balls or eating bear balls or something like that. So that's that. Shows are great if you are looking for replacement windows for your house. Don't really care for bear meat. Oh, if it's black bear, you should go, dude. Or tell them to take me. I'll go. So, yeah, I'll go. I've seen people here in Canada ask $600 for 1,000 primers. It's bizarre. I'd happily pay for 25 for 100 right now. It's gotten out of hand. Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten really out of hand. I'm glad I'm stocked up. You know, I didn't really start stocking up until the crap hit the fan with COVID and all that crap. But like, I'm glad I'm stocked up now. I'm to the point where can't really give any away, but I might be able to trade some for some I need. Like, that's where I'm at. So I'm hoping to get better than that. But I've got all the large rifle and large rifle magnums that I need for a while. If I was, just churning out 6.5 Creedmoor, I would have plenty of large rifle. Because I don't have any 308s, so my AR-10 6.5 Creedmoor is a SHTF, gun, and that and the 22-250, which I'm building into its own gun. I've got a lower parts kit on the way if Aero Precision ever sends it. So that's that. Yep. Really. Primers are $80 1,000 here in North Idaho currently. Yeah, they are here too if you can find them. But the things is you can find them, but they're all large pistol magnum or small pistol magnum or small rifle magnum. And it's like nobody needs that. What are you going to use small rifle magnum for? 224 Weatherby Mac. Okay, yeah, good luck. So is what it is. Yeah, surprised that Canadian PM. What a piece of trash that guy is. But anyway, it's no more than a piece of trash than our government. So, Dylan, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, Mr. Dylan Luttrell. Glad to see you in the chat. Thanks for joining us. All right, Magnum cartridge or 375 Ruger for larger game out there if you already have a 308. Yeah, if you already have a 308, if you're going for big brown bear, big bison, or you're going for like maybe big moose, 375 Ruger. Now, moose a 308 can take. They're not as tough as bison or muskox or bear. And muskox get big, but they're not like huge like a bear is, or like a bison is. They're not phenomenally huge like a bison, but is what it is. Gun shows are pretty much a plague on the hunting and shooting sports these days. Price gouging, snarky attitude vendors, and people screaming insurrection. Yeah, pretty much. .338 Win Mag is one I don't have, but I'm really contemplating for one day to own. Yeah, good luck getting brass right now for you. You can't get ammo. You can't even get brass for it. Like, you'll find the large rifle magnum primers before you find brass for your .338 Win Mag. That's how bad it is right now. I don't know a single person has one. I've been on a waiting list for months. I've been trying to find stuff. So, absolutely, Dylan. 308 with the right load and shot placements can take anything, in my opinion. I agree. Sometimes that shot placement's right here or right here, but or right here. But yeah, it can take anything. I agree with that. Yeah, there's way more 375 Ruger on the shelf than there is, or 375 H&H, or even 416 Rigby right now than there is 338 Win Mag. My dad lent me his 300 rum, but it's a lot of fun, gun and expensive to shoot. Well, you can always give it to me. I need to try one. But no, yeah, 300 rum would be pretty interesting. You could send those steel core bullets I got for probably around 3450, 3500 feet per second, the 26-inch barrel. That'd be pushing it, and that would be maybe that'd be enough to go through some body armor. I don't know. Although, old boy, stocking up 30-06 and 338, yeah. I have seen 338 brass on the shelf. Nosler brass, 75-ish dollars a box. Hunter Kirk, email me so I can buy it. Like, I will, if you know it's on the shelf where it's at, I will send you $75 plus money to ship it. That's how bad. That's a great deal right now. That is phenomenal. So, does 375 Ruger outperform 375 H&H Magnum? Yes, it does. In fact, the 375 Ruger will get in a 20-inch barrel what the 375 Ruger will get in a 24-inch barrel. So, my bad if this is annoying, but 20 or 22-inch barrel with 375 Ruger. You're not going to actually get that much difference. It's so wide that powder also burns in the width of the barrel, not just the length. So it's such a wide round. That's why 308 doesn't lose as much velocity in an 18-inch barrel as 6.5 Creedmoor does. But I'm always longer barrel is better unless you're in just particularly tight quarters. If you're in swamps and stuff like that, where you're never going to get a 400-yard shot, that's that. But you're only going to lose 30 to 75 feet per second. So, hill of beans difference, man. So I see Federal discontinue a bunch of loads with Nosler projectiles. Is Nosler cutting back on what they are making, or just can't get it done? Federal discontinue a couple 338 loads as well. I don't know. It's the first I've heard of it. I'll see. $160 CAD for $25 for brass, 25 Nosler brass. Yeah, that's wow. I like my 308 for range days. It's easy to find and cheap. Well, cheap. I will grab it next time I see it. Yep. Interesting. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Yeah, 375 Ruger, man. You're gonna like that. I've got a couple of videos on. There's two on the channel. My cameraman has one. I don't own one. I'm considering selling my 338 Winchester Magnum and all of the ammo to get a 375 Ruger. Because I like the round better. I like it that much better. It even doesn't kick as much. Believe it or not, it doesn't kick as much if you have a muzzle brake and you have a muzzle brake on your 338, and you have the 250 grain bullets. Now, if you have 300 grain bullets in the 375 Ruger, yeah, it kicks as much. And it's also a different kick. It's like 40 and 45. 45 kicks more, but it's a push. If I push you and put all my weight into it, I'm delivering more foot-pounds of energy than punching you fast. 40 Smith & Wesson is like punching you fast. 45, it's like a good push. And that's kind of like the difference between 375 Ruger and 338 Win Mag, where the 338 Win Mag's up and the 375 Ruger's up, so hope that explains it without me looking too silly. Yeah, my H&H kicks like a mule, man. Yeah, I still think H&H 375 H&H and 375 Ruger kick less than 338. So, would you recommend 6.5 Creedmoor or PRC? I've never shot a 6.5 and thought about a 6.5 by 55, but so many decisions make up my mind. So 6.5 by 55 is never loaded to its modern potential because all of the older guns are still out there. And if a factory ammo gets loaded hot, technically it's got more powder capacity than even 6.5 PRC, I think. I could be wrong on that. But yeah. So I've shot a caribou at 288 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor. You want hunting bullets. You don't want something like ELDX or something that breaks apart. You want good, solid bullets that expand well, even at range. Spear Gold Dot. Barnes LRX, Nosler Accubon long range. You want that, and it won't really matter. I always think more speed is better, so I would get a PRC. I own both, and I also own a 6.5 by 284 Norma. My 6.5 by 284 Norma is my favorite rifle, and the reason why it's my favorite rifle, it's my most accurate rifle, and it's a cheap old Savage 111, but I get the tightest groups out of that rifle than anything else I've ever got, including one that was 0.28 inches center hole to center hole. So 3-shot group at 100 yards. And that was with 140 grain SSTs, but I'm not going to use SSTs on anything bigger than Coyotes because they break apart too easily. But like, yeah, it shoots 0.35 inches at 100 yards with my hand loaded Barnes LRX. So, and that's the gun I'm taking with me hunting until I kill something. I don't care what I'm hunting, because it's the same power as a 308 or 270. He's just below 270, a little bit more than 308, which they're right there close together when you're talking about the same weight bullets. So yeah, I would go PRC personally, but you're gonna find more available ammo options on the shelf for Creedmoor. But yeah, it is what it is. I always try to convince myself the best rifle is the one I already have to keep me out of the rifle store. Why? Well, okay. You have it in a Christensen Arms. Okay, yeah, that's that'd probably kick you like a mule, even with the muzzle brake. Yeah, that'll probably kick you like a mule. So, is what it is. Yeah. Going back to the 6.5 things, I love the caliber. There's a lot of reports out there it doesn't do as well in the wind as it's supposed to. So, 6.5 by 300 Weatherby would be a good one too. I mean, if you really want to replace your barrel every 400 rounds, but is what it is. So I definitely would send if I had my druthers, a 6.5 PRC for hunting anything in North America. 6.5 Creedmoor for whitetail, caribou, mule deer, maybe black bear. But if you want to hunt anything in North America, 6.5 PRC will do the job. I mean, because it's just like a 270, and we know 270 does the job. Wouldn't be my favorite, wouldn't be my first choice against grizzly bear, bison, or anything like that. But when you can put it like that at 200 yards, shoot them in the eyeball. Who cares? So that's what it is. What it is. Good taxidermist will fix it. So is what it is. So what's that? Funny, Counter Kirk. Funny. 6.5 by 50 B&G. I'm telling you, that's pretty funny. Yeah. There is a 50 BMG slapper round. If you ever find any, I want some for the channel. But it's an armor piercing 308 round, like an M80A1 or something like that, wrapped in a 50 caliber bullet, and on impact, it's like wrapped in a 50 caliber sabot, but it's like a brass sabot and not discarding sabot, and it's supposed to go right through tank armor, but I doubt it. Modern tanks and modern armor is pretty good. Pal of mine has an AR-10 and 220 Swift, and I'm not sure what to think of it. Well, Eric, have you seen my video of my AR-10 with a 26-inch barrel and 22 250? All right. So, yeah. Now, this I agree with Vance. A nice hunting only rifle. Sight it in, check it once a year before hunting season, and only use it for hunting. The problem is you could shoot 150 rounds doing load development, and then you only have like 10 hunting seasons out of it. Because I always sight it in and then practice a little bit, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots. Make sure I got it. No, Barnes does not perform good against body armor because it's expandable. Expandable bullets don't perform well against body armor. So modern level 4 body armor stops a lot of the armor piercing stuff. I have not pierced it with 300 Win Mag or 22 250. Go look up those videos, Lamps. So it is what it is. I'm scoping up a 300 PRC Howa 1500 for this fall's hunts. Looking forward to seeing what it does with 200 grain plus burger bullets and retumba powder. I've heard those burgers, they tend to break apart pretty easily, I've been told, so be careful. So, it is what it is. You know, going back to body armor again, our video tomorrow is a body armor test, and we're using pistol armor to stop rifle rounds. I think you guys are going to like it. So, yeah. But so the reason why copper, like, if you go against steel body armor, level 3+, yeah, it does okay. Really fast copper will go through. Like, I had some 120 grain 7 mag go through, but the 139 grain did not go through. So you're talking like 3250, 3400 feet per second. It might start going through that. But then I also had a depends on the maker and how hard their steel is. So that caddy armor, that's the only steel armor I would buy probably. It's that caddy armor. It stopped a 7 mag, and you can look at this in the 7 mag versus body armor video. It stopped a 7 mag loaded with Fort Scott Tui tumble upon impact ammo, 120 grain solid copper, doesn't expand. It stopped that at over 3570 feet per second. 3570 feet per second. So is what it is. Yeah, bonded solids or FMJs for plates. Yeah. And you really need something tungsten or steel core, and those are hard to get because they're not usually available to civilians. So yeah, 7.62 by 54R, a little bit close to 308 velocity. It's supposed to punch through level 4 if you have the old armor piercing bullets, but it doesn't. I mean, most level 4 are so good these days. I doubt it will even do that. So is what it is. Sorry. Saw that Bear Creek is producing 30-06 and 300 Win Mag ARs soon. Should be interesting. Yeah, should be interesting. Should be. Use old TIG welder tips for cores. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, John Phaser. Some titanium TIG welder tips. Yeah, you got to get the right diameter, and I don't know how to, like, you'd have to get jackets and then put lead in around the jacket and all that kind of stuff. What's up? Drop it like it's Scott. Everybody go subscribe to him. Yeah. And anybody else in here. Remington Core Lock or Winchester Super X PowerPoint. Winchester Super X PowerPoint, hands down. Hands down. If you look at my 25-06 versus 270 versus 30-06 video with Remington Core Lock, it's one of the most popular videos on my channel. It's like in the top 10 or something like that. But I got 25-06, 120 grain, 270, 130 grain, and 30-06, 150 grain. And the 270 was only in the 2800s, 22-inch barrel, should have got at least 3,000. And the extreme spread on the Remington Core Lock was horrible. It was terrible. Like, I think I had 120 to 140 feet per second difference in the same box of ammo. And you could see different primers in the same box of ammo. And then out of all those bullets, the 120 grain 25-06 did well, and the 30-06 did well. The 270 collapsed. It didn't stay together. Same test, same day. Winchester Super X kicked noticeably more, went over 3,100 feet per second or around 3,100 feet per second, and performed extremely well. So I would definitely say that between the two, you go Winchester Super X, and it stayed together and everything. Not a question between those two, especially if you're just talking about like whitetail hunting in the South. That's all you need. You know, if you're trying to hunt caribou up here, I get a little bit more premium bullet, but so that's that. 30-06 AR might be interesting. Not sure how to feed. They already make them. So, a Noreen Firearms makes a few, and a couple others. Looking for another firearm. Any suggestions? All right, let's spin. Drop it like it's Scott's money. Drop it like it's Scott's money for him. What's your budget? Okay, and what's the purpose of the firearm? Is it a channel gun? Because if it's a channel gun, you should get something interesting and then sell it to me, like a 357 Henry X. Or 44 mag Henry X. That's what you should do. Should get that, use it on the channel, sell it to me for a discount. That's what I'm thinking. Drop it like it's Scott. So yeah, that would be my answer. Let's spend his money, guys. Tell him what he should get. Yeah, don't get a VTAC or Shadow Systems. Those are just boring Gucci guns. Nobody likes Gucci guns. Greetings from Finland. What's up? I don't know how to say your name, but what's up, Bam Moy? That's how we'd say it here. Sorry. If I didn't say it right, I totally apologize. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you need to eliminate someone who's wearing level 4 body armor, just use a 12 gauge slug. Might not penetrate, but the blunt force will get them. Or 4570, Or, I mean, to be honest with you, 300 Win Mag, 338 Win Mag, something like that, you deliver a lot more foot-pounds of energy than a 12 gauge slug. Yeah, do something like that. Yeah, that's what I would say. All right. Hunting rifle, what type? Right now, I'm in love with my Weatherby First Light. That would be my first choice. Totally in love with it. So, yeah. Brother lives in Finland. Okay, cool, Hunter. Do you think the belt on an A 300 Win will cause double feeds for an AR platform? I've seen 5.56 double feed, but it's usually a mag problem. Load 28 instead of 30. It usually fixes it. If you load 30 in quality mags, that fixes it too. No, I don't think it'll be, because several companies already do it. There's a couple other companies that have $3,000 and $4,000 AR. We shall see how Bear Creek Arsenal does it, but yeah. Channel gun, yep. Drop it like Scott. Well, you got my opinion. Drop it like Scott. Maybe you should get one of the new Bear Creek Arsenal 300 Win Mags. There you go. Get you some steel core bullets for that. Shoot through people's engine blocks. Find an engine block to drag out there in the range. 400 legend. There you go. Wish they still make the 26 dB. There you go. Predator body armor just released their level 5 armor. Level 5. Cool. They just sent that's what I'm using in tomorrow's video, is Predator armor. Not actually. I am impressed and not that impressed. We had a specially 10 millimeter round that, you'll have to see the video tomorrow, but yeah. Impressed but not impressed. So yep. Scott, how about a Kunin 1911? There you go, Eric. If he wants a handgun, tell him to get a man's handgun. Not any of those soy boy Sig X tacs, Might not penetrate, but the broken ribs, internal bleeding from the energy. Why do people hype up the 6.5 Creedmoor when there is better cartridges available? Well, this is only from people who haven't shot it, I guess. But to be honest with you, for its purpose, isn't a better cartridge available. A short action that feeds an SR25 AR-10 platform that gives you a high ballistic coefficient and better drop than a 308 for military sniping and competition shooting. That was its purpose. All right. So because it gives you more energy at 1,000 yards than a 308, and it takes longer to go transonic into subsonic than a 308, you get a lot better bullet stability and a lot less wind blowing it around, stuff like that. For its purpose, there isn't a better cartridge. Because if you did 7mm weight, for example, then you would have to do 160 grain bullets or 170 grain bullets, and then only be going 2,300 feet per second. Whereas in 6.5, to get that BC, you can do 140 grain or 143 or even 150 grain bullets, and you'll get that 2,600 feet per second, 2,650, which isn't much. I mean, yeah, 308 looks better on paper. It's a 150 grain going 2,800, but it's because of its low BC, it loses that energy very quick too. And once you get past 400 yards, the 6.5 is outperforming it. 6.5 is outperforming the 168 grain at that distance and 175 grains. So you can't say for its purpose. Now, for hunting, Is the 308 going to deliver more energy and a bigger round and target out to 300 or 400 yards where most people shoot? Yes, it is. You can have a better hunting gun in 308. Does that mean 308 can't shoot 1,000 yards? Absolutely not. I've shot 1,000 yards with a 308. All right. Um, for hunting, you know, definitely there could be, better cartridges and stuff out there. But for what it was designed for, it's actually really good. By 600 or 700 yards, it's got more energy left than a 30-06. Just because the BC causes the bullet not to slow down as fast. In theory, right? So is what it is, but like the Creedmoor, which is spelled without the E, by the way. The Creedmoor, yeah, I get it. All right. But I mean, one of the better cartridges has the same principle, but 6.5 PRC. That's better than a 270. Okay. So is what it is. Henry X model 357-38 high on my list too. Scalper sell them for almost double now. Good luck finding one. Yeah, they had a few at Sportsman's Warehouse and they were $9.49. I remember paying $8.79 for my Henry X 4570. 500 Bushwhacker. Any thoughts? Never heard of it. So, Dylan, how am I going to shoot the 6.8 by 51? It's a military only cartridge. Where am I going to get a gun? I have 33,000 subscribers. Where, like, they don't just give you guns for being on YouTube. Sorry. Yeah, 140 grain 6.5s fly by themselves. Absolutely. You can do it in some 190 grains to match 140 grain, but yeah, generally speaking, 210, 208, 200. Yeah, you don't 230 grains, but yeah, and if you need because of the bullet style, if you need a 230 grain to match, well, then you got problems because you're not going to be able to do it. Yeah, hey, I've got videos on all three of those calibers versus the 6.5, and the 6.5 doesn't beat the 270 or the 308 in energy at any reasonable distance. 6, 7, 800 yards, yes. 3, 4, 500 yards, no. But the 25-06, if they're both in 22-inch barrels, the 6.5 Creedmoor will beat it in energy at the muzzle or at 100 or 200 yards. Okay, so the 6.5 Creedmoor can absolutely beat the 25-06. They haven't designed. They are finally getting around to doing it, but they haven't designed heavy, long for caliber bullets for the 25-06. It used to be you need a 131 grain Black Aces bullet, and then you need a special twist rate 1 and 8 to stabilize it, and that's not what most 25-06 guns are. So it'll do the job. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with 25-06. People take moose with it up here with 120 grain partitions. They love it, and it doesn't kick. It's great. It's fun. I had one. I gave it away on the channel a few years ago. But in the same barrel length, 6.5 Creedmoor will outperform 25-06. All right. As far as foot pounds of energy, I've got 2 videos on the channel, and you should go look at them. But as far as energy, a muzzle energy, 6.5 Creedmoor will beat 25-06 at either muzzle or 100 yards, depending on the load, 100, 200 yards. So if you go high BC bullets for the 25-06, then the 25-06 obviously wins, but you have to go buy and build a custom gun for that. So yeah, they're making that, but like, where do you get a gun? Where do you get a rifle? It's an $8,000 rifle if you want one. If they're even made, they only made 200 of them for that. Yeah, 6.5 extremely good BC coming from a guy that shoots 308. There you go. $25.6, 257 Weatherby or something you'd like to try. Yeah. Very good. Well, Fairbanks Sportsman's Warehouse says Ruger Marlins 4570s in stock. Cool. They have Rugarlands in stock. Rugarlands. Good. Love to find a Ruger Marlin 4570, none to be had in Virginia. How is everyone? What's up, Teddy Two Guns? I was in Seward the other day. We went to the thing. I went to the Sea Life Center. I was thinking 280 AI or 6.5 caliber rifle, but you got me leaning towards the 6.5 now. Ha ha ha. 280 AI is a great caliber, man. The biggest thing is you're going to need like 26 to plus inch barrel in a 280 AI to take advantage of the case capacity to drive a 175 or 190 grain bullet, pretty fast. And even then, you're going to have 280 AI. You're going to have to you're not going to, in those heavier grains, it's not going to match a 7mm rim mag. In the lighter grains, 162 grain and below, yeah, it's gonna match a 7mm rim mag within 50 feet to a second or not. So that's that. You should just rename your channel, drop it like Scott to Can It Fanatic #2 or whatever. I think there's a Can It Fanatic already out there, but you should like rename your channel to I Love Canics or Turkish Guns Are the Best or whatever. I'm just kidding with you, man. But yeah. Salted or unsalted butter. I don't do butter because I'm allergic to dairy. Like it gives me the absolute. I can't have anything with dairy in it, or I'm going to spend the next day or even the next few minutes on the toilet. Same thing with gluten. So I eat like a liberal hippie. I eat no gluten, no dairy, no soy, no corn. So no broccoli. I eat chicken and rice mostly, and I'm still fat. Have you considered getting a Browning BAR? Yes, I have. I have one in 270. It's amazing, amazing accuracy, and most importantly, it's a semi-automatic long action. They make one in 338 Win Mag, and I think that would be a great bear protection gun. So, heat treating, heat till it gets the yellow, cool and oil, heat treat, and 200 steel from Springs cable if you want to make your own armor piercing. Okay. Interesting. I will keep that in mind. So, yeah, let me keep that in mind. All right. Drop it like a Scott. Listen to the answer to this question. This is what you should get. You should get a Glock Model 40, 10mm, long slide, 10mm. You will absolutely love shooting it. It's like shooting a 20 with a compensator on it because it's so front heavy with the long slide. It's great. I had a friend who was going to buy a 20 and get a threaded barrel and get a compensator. He shot my G40 and just bought a G40. Like, you don't need a compensator on it. It shoots accurately. My wife has appropriated it. So drop it like a Scott. If you get one, you can sell it back to me if you don't like it. Okay. All right. Last one, Andy. I bought a Ruger Marlin 4570. Put a Tie-in 450 Dragoon suppressor on it. It's my no go-to meat getter weapon. There you go. You probably saw my job. Okay, cool. 6 days we unloaded 1 million Peacock. Wow. Nice choice. Yeah, that'd be my favorite Glock. Yeah, the Glock Model 40 is the best one out there. I still put a KKM barrel in it and suppressorite night sights and NDC recoil spring on it so I could shoot really heavy loads without any fear from Glock, because the Glock doesn't have that fully supported chamber. Although it's better than it used to be. It's like way better than it was in Gen 3s, but yeah, Glock Model 40, the way to go. Wouldn't have it any other way. That's my favorite Glock. And it's probably the best Glock out there. My second favorite Glock is like it, the Model 34. That thing just shoots accurate for a 9mm. It's a Glock. It's going to run. It may not be pretty like all your soy boy Canic X-Tac toys things, but yeah. Yeah, the Glock Model 40 and the Glock Model 34 are good. It would be my first Glock. How do you have a YouTube channel and not own a Glock? All right, even if you hate Glocks. I have a YouTube channel and don't own 1911, so I guess I can't speak to anything. But yeah. Shot the 47. Yeah, the 47 is nice too. I like it. It shot well. It's just another 9mm that they didn't really have to invent. They invented it so you could swap out that frame with a 19 or a 17 slide, essentially. And they called it a 47 because they're not the same thing. No, I do like the 1911. I just have other guns I like better that I've bought. Thanks for the chat. I really enjoy being able to talk to someone with similar interest and value, knowledgeable in hunting rifles and bullets. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to end it soon. Yeah, I want the Glock 40 over any other Glock because of you, but my newest gun is a 329 PD 44 mag, and it's sitting at Gun Runners waiting. There you go. That one, the lightweight. Yeah, That's the one you don't want to shoot, but you do want to carry. Yeah. All right. 22 Jennings for the win. With that, we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight. Don't forget my MeWe page. That's where all my affiliate links are. Go join the MeWe page, and you do have to buy something to support the channel. So if you're wanting to shop at Palmetto State or Optics Planet or Aero Precision or Gun Mag Warehouse or True Shot Gun Club, several others, Harry's Holsters, yeah, make sure we go do that. So, Dan Cruz, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Drop it like the Scott. Go get you a Glock Model 40. If you don't like it, you're insane. So anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. We will see you at the range. That's a good one, Rato. End broadcast. There we go.